Okay guys, so I went to the bathroom real quick and I came out and this is what I find. Can you look at me? What'd you get into? Look. Look. Eliza, don't touch anything. That is red velvet cake. It's all the cardboard that needs to be recycled. Yeah. Take it, she's been digging through the trash. Eliza, you ate garbage. That's gross. Can't wait for you to see this in 10 years. Eliza, yuck. Alright.
Hey, Newt. It's been kind of storming all day, so now that it's cleared up, me and Newt finally get a chance to go outside. Lily's at her grandmother's house, playing with her cousin, so it's just me and Newt today, while Mommy's at work. Just ate dinner, now we're going to play on the swings for a little while before everybody gets home. Newt, Newt! Newt, Newt! Hey. Hey. For some reason she likes chewing on straps. She's kind of a weirdo. Hey, Newt. Hey, Newt. Oh, we're getting wet from the wind. The wind's blowing the rain from the trees on us. Hey, Newt. It's kind of hard to swing and take videos at the same time. Hi. Hey, Newt.
Okay, so Kyle just left for work. I'm hanging out with Fancy. She's watching cartoons. What are you watching?
Jake.
Jake and the Neverland.
Mommy's turn.
Okay, so I guess it's back to me. Anyway, so Kyle just left, and it's kind of funny. There were some people walking down the street. They were pushing a stroller, and Lily goes, "Mommy, look, it's Jennifer and Matt." Who? Jennifer and Matt. We don't know a Jennifer and Matt that lives around here that has a kid. Who's Jennifer and Matt?
Matt is my brother.
You don't have a brother.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It's Isaiah, who's my brother.
Isaiah's your cousin.
He's my brother.
He's your cousin.
My brother.
I'm pretty sure, I'm very well aware that I don't have any sons. Isaiah's your cousin.
But who's my brother?
You don't have one. You have a sister.
I do have a brother, Arthur.
Arthur is our cat.
But he's my brother.
Okay. He can be your brother because he's my son. So, I consider him to be my son, so. So, yeah, I just thought it was kind of weird. And she's like trying to wave to him and everything. What?
Look at Mommy's tic-tac-toe.
My tic-tac-toe. Hold on. Tic-tac-toe. Doing good, healed good. So yeah, I don't care how it looks. I'll probably never get that touched up.
Mom, tell them what your shirt says.
My shirt says Nautica.
Nautica. You stink, camera.
That's not nice.
Camera stinks. Pete, you.
How does the camera stink?
With people with their hands on it.
I put my hands on it. Daddy puts his hands on it. You put your hands on it. Newt puts her hands on it. And that's about it.
And Isaiah does.
No, he's never touched it.
Grandma.
Nobody's ever touched it.
Mommy. Mom.
Okay.
What's on your eye? Sparkly stuff?
Eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow? What's eyeshadow?
It's makeup.
Oh, makeup? What's makeup? What's the
Makeup is stuff that I wear and you will wear if you want to when you get much older. But it's stuff I put on my eyes, and I only wear the stuff on my eyes like mascara and eyeliner. I wear
Mom,
that and that's
Lordy,
it.
you give me makeup too.
I do give you makeup. After I put it on my eyes, I put it on yours. Can you see yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Ready? We're gonna... What face do you want to do first?
This one.
Silly face. Mad face. Sad face. Excited face.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty excited face.
Your turn.
Let's see. Scary face.
Ah. Dinosaur face. Ah. Want to wake a penguin, guys?
Walk like a penguin. So, I wanted to tell you guys a story on my birthday, but as you know, that ended up not being played out because obviously my footage was long enough, so I didn't want to make it even longer with a story. So I figured I'd save it, and then the next day we did something, and then the next day we did something. So now I'm going to give you guys my story. My story is Michael and the slit artery. So when we were little, Dad, these people in one of these houses back here are fighting. They always fight. Okay, so anyways, one year Dad took me to Walmart for my birthday and he let me pick out whatever I wanted. Well, I ended up picking out one of those pools. You know, it's not a very big one, but it's not one of those hard plastic ones. It's one that comes all rolled up in the box and you gotta unfold it. You know, it didn't come very high off the ground, but it was still awesome. It was perfect for us. We were young. So we get it home. I set it up in the backyard and I do it all by myself. I get it straightened out as I start filling it with the water, and I'm, you know, in there on my hands and knees, and I'm trying to, you know, make sure all the wrinkles are out. And I had to be very careful prior to that too, because this house next door to us, I'm actually honestly surprised anyone lived there. Like, we knew the people, we went over there every once in a while and like hung out with like their baby, but this was like a crack shack. Like, it didn't have like doors on the back, like the walls were broken down, the roof was missing from parts of the house, like they had tarps over it. Like, this was a pretty bad house. And they always had parties and people over there, and they were always drinking, and they would always drink the King Cobras. So when they would drink them, when they were done with them, they would just toss them. And they always ended up in our backyard, and they were shattered everywhere. There was always glass, so we were always like cleaning up glass. So before I set out my pool, I had to go through and like rake the ground and everything, and it was all dirt, but I had to rake it and make sure that there was no glass there. I didn't want it to pop my pool. So originally there was some glass, and I had scraped it up into a pile and sat it off to the side, and I was going to take care of it later. So I'm out there and I'm filling up my pool, and you know, I'm getting the wrinkles out and everything, and Michael comes out. So he's watching me, and he's in like his shorts, you know, and Michael back then was as cute as he could be. He was so like tall and skinny, like he was just as cute as he could be. And he was standing there, and I was like, no, you can't get in yet. I'm filling the pool still, and I need to clean your feet before you get in. And he's standing there, and after like a while, he's getting agitated, and he's like, come on, Kim, let me in. I just want to go swimming. Come on. And I'm like, no, I gotta fill it. So he runs inside. I hear doo 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 doo. Back door swings open, slams up against the trailer. He says, Kim, goddammit, let your little brother in there. Stop with your shit. I swear to God, I'll take the whole thing, I'll rip it up, I'll burn that motherfucker. You let your little brother in there. I'm like, okay, I was gonna let him in. Like, I just wanted to fill it first, and I need to get his feet clean. He's like, alright. Then it's for your goddamn feet wet, and then you can get in the pool. That make you happy? And he's like, yeah. So Dad, he's like, leave me the fuck alone. So he slams the door and he goes inside. You know, we hear the grocery getter. It was this huge gray boat looking car. We hear it start up and we hear them leave. So, you know, Michael's standing there and he's waiting and he's waiting and he's waiting and he's agitated up by the pool. I'm gonna call Dad. And I'm like, all right. So Michael comes up to the pool and I'm like, wait, I have to wash your feet off first. So he's standing there, he puts his foot out, and I take the hose and I start spraying his foot. I'm like, other one. I'm like, no, and he goes to put his foot down, and I'm like, no, I just washed that one, put one in the pool. So he puts one in, so he's standing 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I'm like, now let me wash the other one. Well, he goes to balance to put his foot up, and I start spraying him with the hose. And I think it's fine. I'm like, ah, ha, ha. And he jumps backwards and he starts jumping around. He's like, stop it, Kim. Stop spraying me with the water. Stop it. I'm going to tell. And then all of a sudden he just turns and he runs inside. So I'm like, whatever. Screw you, more for me, right? So I turn the hose back in the pool and I start filling the pool up some more. Couple minutes later, I hear screaming, like blood-curdling screams. And once again, the back door flies open, slams up against the trailer. That thing was all dented in from us slamming it. But Charlie comes out and he's like, Kim, get in here quick. What'd you do? Get in here. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, I just wanted to clean his feet and I sprayed him with water. So I go running inside, and as I start going towards the door, I just notice like puddles of blood, and they're gradually getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it looks like, and they're just like drug through the hallway. It looks like a murder scene in there. I'm thinking, oh my God, like I panic. I'm like, what the fuck, what happened? And I start panicking and I go in, and Charlie has Michael wrapped up in a sleeping bag. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing in there? He's bleeding to death. I'm calling Mom and Dad. What do you mean he's bleeding to death? What the hell happened? And I'm like, what'd you do? And he goes, May, what the fuck did you do? I didn't do anything. I sprayed him with the hose. Well, come to find out, while I was spraying Michael, he started jumping around and he jumped into the pile of glass I had raked. And he didn't realize it until he got into the house, but he had actually cut the artery on his foot. And it was bleeding, and it was bleeding. Mom and Dad finally get home. We called 911, but Mom and Dad got home, and Mom gets to him first. We get him in the car, and we go to rush him to the hospital. We take the sleeping bag off of him, and it's just like, blood is just like pulsing, squirting out of his foot. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's about to die. Like, I really just killed Michael. So I'm freaking out. I really think he's gonna die. We get to the hospital and they get stuff on him. They're trying to stop the bleeding. And once they finally get the bleeding stopped, they had to give him medicine and IV and shit. They had to get his bleeding to clog so they could work on him. So the first thing they have to do is they had to give him a shot. And I'll never forget it. I stood outside of the door watching the whole time, crying. I cried and I cried and I cried. I really thought they were going to amputate his foot, and it was all my fault. I thought he was going to die, and it was all because of me, and I was devastated. So I just stood there and I watched and I cried. And I'll never forget, I watched them. They took his, where it was all open, and they spread it a little bit, and they injected this long needle all the way into his foot, and they released it. And then they took him in and they did x-rays and everything, wanted to make sure what all was actually hit, and it was an artery. So they had to repair his artery on his foot. So then after that, everything was all, Danny, I apologize. I've never felt more horrible. I did whatever he wanted me to do. See, that being the homemade thing, that was not the first time. I had done it before, and I did whatever he wanted. I got him anything he wanted. If he needed to go somewhere, I'd pick him up and I'd carry him, because he had this huge bandage thing all the way. It was like thick, like all the way around like his foot and his ankle. So I would do whatever you need to do. Well, finally the bandaging and stuff gets to come off. So one day we're all in the house and we're being rambunctious. Michael's foot still looks jacked. He's got stitches still in it. They're telling him, you know, you need to be careful, blah, blah. Well, we all started roughhousing and shit, and I accidentally pushed him. We were all playing on the bed, roughhousing. I don't even know why we were allowing him to do this, but I accidentally pushed him off the bed, and he landed just right. Any of you who have registers on the floor for your air vents, you know that little tiny piece you push to like open and close the vent? Yeah, what are the odds? Michael just happened to hit that tiny little piece right in the right spot, split his stitches straight back open. Right back to the hospital we went, right back into surgery he went, and right back into a cast-like bandage he went. And Michael stayed all messed up, foot injured, for well over a year. And I don't even think it's still right to this day. So from the bottom of my heart, Michael, I love you so much, and I'm truly, truly sorry I did that to you. It was never my intention to ever hurt you. I do feel bad. I love you. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry it was my birthday. So, I hope you forgive me after all these years. I think you have. It's me and you. So, I love you and I'm sorry. So, that's my story, and I hope you guys liked it. Hope you liked the vlog today. Hope you guys liked my vlog. If you did, like, subscribe. If you didn't, like, subscribe. Have a good night, guys.